4. Enumeration. Enumeration concepts. Enumeration is the process of gathering information about a system or network by querying it or analyzing its responses. The information gathered through enumeration can be used to identify potential vulnerabilities and weaknesses that can be exploited by attackers. Enumeration can be performed through various methods, including 1. Port scanning. This involves scanning the system or network for open ports to identify the services and applications running on the target system. 2. Service identification. This involves identifying the type and version of the services and applications running on the target system. 3. User enumeration. This involves identifying valid user accounts and groups on the target system, which can be used to launch further attacks. Enumeration is an important step in the information gathering phase of ethical hacking and penetration testing. It helps to identify potential vulnerabilities and weaknesses that can be exploited by attackers. However, it is important to obtain proper authorization before performing enumeration on any system or network to avoid legal and ethical issues. NetBIOS enumeration. NetBIOS, Network Basic Input-Output System, is a legacy protocol used by Microsoft Windows operating systems to share resources and communicate over a network. NetBIOS enumeration is a process of discovering NetBIOS-related information on a target system or network. There are several tools and techniques that can be used for NetBIOS enumeration, including 1. NetStat. This is a built-in command line tool in Windows that can be used to display NetBIOS-related information, such as the NetBIOS name, IP address, MAC address, and the services running on a target system. 2. NetBIOS Name Service, NBNS. Queries. NBNS is a component of the NetBIOS protocol suite that resolves NetBIOS names to IP addresses. Attackers can send NBNS queries to the target system to retrieve NetBIOS-related information. 3. NetBIOS over TCP/IP, NBT. Queries. NBT is a protocol used by Windows systems to map NetBIOS names to IP addresses. NetBIOS enumeration can provide attackers with valuable information about the target system or network, such as the NetBIOS name, IP address, MAC address, and the services running on the system. This information can be used to launch further attacks, such as brute force attacks, denial of service attacks, and man-in-the-middle attacks. To mitigate the risks of NetBIOS enumeration, it is important to disable NetBIOS over TCP/IP, NBT, and to secure the system by using firewalls and access controls. SNMP enumeration. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol, is a protocol used to manage and monitor network devices, such as routers, switches, and servers. SNMP enumeration is a process of discovering SNMP-related information on a target system or network. There are several tools and techniques that can be used for SNMP enumeration, including 1. SNMPWalk. This is a command line tool that can be used to retrieve SNMP-related information from network devices, such as system information, network interfaces, and installed software. 2. SNMP scanning. This involves scanning a target network to identify SNMP-enabled devices and their SNMP community strings. Community strings are used to authenticate SNMP requests and retrieve SNMP-related information. 3. SNMP brute forcing. This involves guessing or cracking SNMP community strings to gain unauthorized access to SNMP-enabled devices and retrieve SNMP-related information. To mitigate the risks of SNMP enumeration, it is important to secure SNMP-enabled devices by changing the default community strings, limiting SNMP access to authorized users and hosts, and monitoring SNMP traffic for suspicious activity. Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.